What's up, comrades? Nigel here, and welcome to another video. Today is a special day. Why? Because it is Power Ranger Day. Not really Power Ranger Day. I'm not going to make that an official thing. But the first episode of the new Power Rangers series, Beast Morphers, was just released on the day of my recording. I woke up early this morning, mind you, just to watch it on Nickelodeon. I have not done that since I was very young, and I don't think I've ever been excited enough for a show to warrant me wanting to go out and watch it very early on. So I wanted to give my first impressions on the show, what I think of it. Is it worth the watch? Has it redeemed Power Rangers in some form or another? We'll get into that. At first, I wasn't sure if I was going to get this excited to watch the premiere episode until yesterday when my buddy Oz Chris sharing clips of the show with me and a bunch of the other guys who've been part of the What You Toku About voice chat group. We really need to do another one of those episodes. My God, it has been far too long. I do apologize for that. But we need to bring that back, baby. And we will. I'm fairly certain of that. I've been so busy and occupied with so many other things, like from personal stuff and whatnot, so it was really hard to get back into the swing of things, but I'm going to get back into it very, very soon. That said, however, after watching those first couple of clips, I was very impressed. I wasn't sure what the show was going to be tone-wise. I was very, very concerned that the tone of the show was going to be similar to Ninja Steel and all of the other current iterations. I mean, this is Hasbro's first official show, although I don't know how much control they actually have over that and how much of it is controlled by Saban. I don't know all the details, but the clips were what sold me. I was like, one, amazing choreography in the fights outside of the suits, which I haven't seen in a while. At least I can't remember the last time when I saw that type of choreography and I was like, oh, that's really good. May have been like RPM when I saw choreography that I was like, that is really good choreography. I really like that. But also, I mean, I think Dino Charge? I think Dino Charge had some decent choreography outside of the suits from time to time, which was not bad, pretty good, but I can't remember any fights from Ninja Steel, and barely any from Dino Charge or any of the current shows. One of the opening fight sequences in the show, I'm probably going to remember that a lot better. It was a really good choreographed fight, very well done with the Avatar Rangers, the evil avatars. I'm going to call them Avatar Rangers for simplicity's sake. Very menacing and evil looking, for one, and the fight between them and the actors in the suits, or outside of the suits, was really, really good. That's just for choreography. And the tone. One of the biggest problems that Ninja Steel had was the tone. The tone wasn't just all over the place. Its tone was bad. I did not like the tone of the show, the way that it carried itself, the way it handled situations. It was very poorly handled. Mainly because I hated the little comedic side group of Monty, and I cannot remember the other character's name. I detest those characters with a burning passion, the likes of which you guys have probably never seen. So I was genuinely surprised that there wasn't any of that nonsense going on in the show, at least not in the first episode. They do have two side characters that are basically probably going to fill the role of joke characters. You know, side characters that are there for comic relief, but they were not that bad. They only really had a couple of small little moments. They didn't chew up the scenery for too long. It was really good. Another part about the tone of the show that I really enjoyed was the fact that we actually got some actual drama in the show for in the first episode, kind of setting up some stuff for episodes in the future. And that would be Ravi? I think his name's Ravi. And Roxy, two of the three candidates who are supposed to be Rangers. One who ends up, Roxy, who ends up being an Avatar Ranger, and Ravi, who is the Blue Ranger. They are just that moment of their boyfriend and girlfriend, and they can't be together because they're Rangers. That added some necessary drama to the show that I actually really enjoyed, and I was like, that was very well handled. You didn't play it off as something weird or jokey. You actually made it believable, and you made the show actually have some stakes in it, which I'm not going to spoil how the first episode really ends, but I think you can kind of get the feel. There will probably be spoilers in this. I probably should have thrown out a spoiler warning at the beginning if you haven't watched the first episode yet. But I really did like that. I know that this is an adaptation of Go Busters. I don't know a whole lot about Go Busters. I think I watched like the very first episode of Go Busters several years back, but other than that, I don't know a whole lot. I love the costumes in Go Busters. I love the suits because they're so different from every other Sentai team that I've ever seen. I like their suits, and it works well in this show too. I like that the Grid Battle Force location and the fact that they're really focusing on this whole morphing grid thing. I really hope that gives people gives the creators a chance to kind of toy around with and really kind of expand upon what the morphing grid is capable of doing. Considering that now we find out it's able to power a city. That's kind of cool. I hope that there will be more stuff like that in the show too. Now, I did talk about Ravi for a little bit, but I need to talk about the other two lead Rangers. That would probably be a very good idea. We got Devin and Zoe. Devin being the Red Ranger, who replaces Blaze, who is supposed to be the Red Ranger. Turns into the Avatar Red Ranger. I also really enjoyed how they handled Devin's character. His dad is mayor of the city, and Devin is more interested into I guess kind of challenging himself with things like video games and martial arts. He doesn't care about having any major responsibilities like his dad wants, like having an actual job and whatnot. He's not really interested in that. And I like his character. His character is interesting. I like the dynamic that they made with the father very early on. I really do hope that gets to be expanded on, because it reminded me a bit of what happened in Time Force. I won't get into the details because it'll make the video longer, but it reminded me a bit of the relationship between that Red Ranger and his father. It was all really good. Zoe, I like Zoe's character too. All three main Rangers are really well done just for an opening. That makes me interested. Zoe being the go-getter of the group and her wanting to really prove herself and whatnot. It was a lot of fun to see her character just being like, I want to prove myself. I failed the exams to be a cadet, but that's not going to stop me. I'm going to keep trying, and I'm going to prove that I'm useful. I like that. It was very cute. We didn't really get to see very much of the villain himself, the main villain, Evox. Just from the design of the Cobra-like aesthetic, it looks cool. I don't know if there's going to be anything more to that currently. At least at this point in time, there doesn't seem to be very much going on. However, that could change in the near future. Personally, I think that I'm not really as interested in the villain as I am of what's going on with all the other characters currently. We'll obviously have to wait and see what goes on, what happens, but first impressions of the show is really strong and really good. I feel like this is an opportunity to kind of bring Power Rangers a bit back to what they initially were several years ago, where it's a show for kids and to sell toys, but at the same time, they actually spent a lot of time making compelling enough characters to make people attached to them and to love the characters, because that hasn't been the case for several seasons for me. I haven't really liked very many, if any, of the characters in the shows. but I'm hopeful that this is going to change and that they start to break away from the formulaic habits that they've had and try and make something that at least can stand on its own and can really be fun and enjoyable and solidly written. I really hope that that's the case. For a first episode, this is really a really strong start, and that means that if Hasbro has any main control over this, they're doing a good job. They're handling the situation well. I just hope that they continue to expand on that and grow that and make this show the Power Rangers show that a lot of the fans, especially the older fans, really wanted to see. I'm also really interested to see where they take it. When it comes to first impressions in me, sometimes it may take a couple more episodes or so to kind of get a feel for the show and its pace and how it's going to handle stuff. So I won't say definitively that this has saved Power Rangers by any stretch of the imagination or that it's going to be the best Power Rangers show in recent years. I'm not going to say it, although the bar is pretty low for Power Rangers. They could do something that would basically be above average and still end up being better than what most of the other Power Ranger seasons were. That said, however, I do really like the first episode. I'm excited to see the next one. I want to see where they take this series. I'm excited. I'm pumped, guys. I really am. I'm hopeful that this will be good. I don't know if it will be good. I'm hopeful that it's good. But if you guys saw the first episode of Power Rangers Beast Morphers, tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Was there anything that I missed that you think the show could improve upon, or that you thought the show was not good? Was it not a good first episode? Tell me what you guys think. I want to know. Also, do not forget to also subscribe to this channel if you're new here, and hit the bell for notifications, and leave likes and share the video around. I really do appreciate the support and the love. Thank you all so very, very much. And of course, as always, do not forget to raise your nerd flags high, and I will see you next time. Nightwolf is out.